Okay. So Final Four weekend is here. There's a lot going on right now. We'll get to baseball later. Final Four is going on right now. First of all, shout out to these Huskies hitting the shot. That was fantastic in this last game against Duke. This is going to go down as one of the all-time great games, the Final Eight game. Huskies, I think, deserve to be here as well. Much better behaved from Dan Hurley. I thought maybe because his team was winning more, but the behavior is much better. Going against the Fighting Illini in this game, Illini probably the lowest seed. Kitten Wagner, one of the best freshmen I think in the country. Certainly a guy who's going to play at the next level. 17.9 rebounds, five rebounds, and 4.3 assists. Their starting five in Illinois is terrific. We're going to talk about three. Peja Stojakovic's son, Andrei Stojakovic, he's his dad. Or enough of them. Not maybe at that level yet. We'll see. But that's the type of player that you're getting. 13.6 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 1 assist. I think he's an outstanding shooter. He's not as consistent as I like to see, though, as well. He's not as ball dominant. He kind of lays on the background. The guy who has been getting it done here lately is David Merkovich. 13.5 points, 8.1 total. These are his averages for the season. Fantastic stuff from him as well. Illinois, I'm surprised. The Big Ten was really, really good. They're sending two teams. They had Purdue and Iowa in the Final Eight as well, along with the two teams that are here. I think this starting five is fantastic. On the other side, it's really good as well. Alex Caravan, 13.4, 5.2 assists as well. These are the three leading scorers. Travis Reed had an outstanding stretch here. 14.3 points a game, 8.2 assists as well. One second. 14.2 points a game. They shoot the ball well. I think they really hustle as hard. I don't know if this team is as talented as they've had. Silas and Murray for UConn, 10.4 a game. Good front court play as well. And I would be remiss in not mentioning Braylon Mullins with the jumper at the end. So that was gangster. I mean, that was unbelievable against Duke as well. And that's the first game in Indianapolis on Saturday at Lucas Oil Stadium. I think this, with all due respect to the other two, this looks like the real national championship. I don't imagine that they're going to lose. Whoever it is going to lose to these two teams. The Wolverines and the Wildcats in this one, 35-3, 35-2. I thought these were the two best teams in college basketball during the course of the year. They're in the same side of the bracket. This is going to be fantastic. I think these are two teams. Arizona, I love their defensive energy. Brayton Burries, clearly a guy, he's a lottery pick into consideration. 16.4 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists. This guy plays defense. I'm going to say it one more time because everybody's focusing on his offense and talks about how he gets stops and feeds off his offense. A lot like Scottie Pippen, a lot like Michael Cooper. That's what I see a lot of when I see Burries. Burries, I think, is the goods for real. Hasn't been as good during the course of the season as Jaden Bradley. 13.5 points a game, 3.5, 4.4 assists. Outstanding stuff from him. I think he's a stud, too. I think not as talked about as these freshmen that are going to the league, but he's very good. Kavakis, I'm going to say his name right, as well. This is the size that they have. 8.5 points, rebound, 8.2 rebounds a game, 10.4 assists. I'm sorry, 10.4 2 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, 1.1 assists a game. Outstanding stuff. This guy is this is the muscle up front to let those guards do their thing in the back court as well. Luxembourg, I think, is the guy, the reason Dustin May on the other side the head coach. I think he's one of the best coaches in college basketball. I think NBA is going to come calling for Dustin May at some point if he wants it. Jaden Lundberg, I think he's the reason why the Wolverines, the biggest reason when he transferred in, why they were able to turn themselves around. 14 and a half points a game, about 6'9", great length, plays like a guard. Durant-like talent. If you haven't seen him as well, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He's fantastic. Morris Johnson, 3.5, 13.4, 7.3 as well. The Wolverines are very impressive with their length. Andy Mara as well at center. Teams they don't have, most teams do not have as skilled bigs as they've had. This is why they won so many games. In the backcourt, Elliot Kondo is really, really good. I think he's probably one of the better players in all college basketball as well at the guard position. 5.5 assists, 5.7 assists. Who do I like? I do like Michigan in this game. I do like Arizona. I just love their defense as well. They're going to have a hard time against a team with all this size as well. They didn't look good in the first half against Purdue, and they just totally turned it on. They can score. The defense turns up, and they can do it as well. First game, I like UConn over Illinois. Illinois, I think, this is it for them. I think UConn, is definitely, they're so good in these close games. Dan Hurley has his team so well prepared in these close games. So it's interesting to see how they do here as well. Saturday, 6 o'clock, the Final Four. Definitely go ahead and check it out. I'll be checking it out. TBS, keep that in mind. Not CBS like it's been for 1,000 years. Got in partnership. So definitely check that out. NBA real quick this week. It kind of got hijacked. My NBA segment by last week by Whitlock and Stephen A. That stuff. So NBA championship bubble. How does it look here? Even did a graphic. The championship bubble. Only so many teams are going to win a title, right? Only so many teams are actually going to win the NBA title. Obviously. So who are the teams capable of it as well? So we're going to look at the teams. The first 4 teams in each conference, I think, are capable. After that, I don't. It's spoiler time. The Heat, I think just Heat culture. You call me whatever you want. I believe in Eric Spoelstra to actually get his team to the playoffs. They do have a guy, Bam Adebayo, having a career season, not just that 83-point game where he's been outstanding. It doesn't seem like the circumstances ever bother them. Now they aren't 5th in the conference. They may have to win a play-in situation, but the Heat are fantastic. The Heat, I think, are definitely going to win at least one round, or at least get to the play and get through the play-in as well. 3 and 4, the Cavs and the Knicks. I don't think either one of those teams is a championship level. They are good teams. The Knicks, I think, are a little closer, obviously, because they went to the conference finals last year. So I definitely think you look at that for sure. I'm just not a believer. I think getting rid of Thibodeau, it's harder for me to buy that. I think same with the Cavs, bringing James Harden in. I just don't know. I think they're going to win some games in a regular season. They might win a round, possible, but they're there. Pistons are number 2, only for no other reason except the Celtics have been here before. Pistons are really, really good. Very impressive. Beating the Lakers the other night. The Lakers had won like 9 in a row. So they're right there. Even with the Cade Cunningham injury, they're still rolling right along. Very impressive. It's harder for me to go against the Celtics, though. Much as I don't like Celtics. It's harder for me not to say, with Jason Tatum coming back, working himself into shape, going ahead and getting to play, I'm having a hard time not taking the Celtics. Number 1 in the West. Number 1 in the East. In the West, I think it's all 5 of these teams can get there, I think. Timberwolves, Lakers, Nuggets, Spurs, Thunder in that order. T-Wolves, I have them ahead of behind the Lakers a little bit. The Lakers I'm starting to buy. Ant-Man Edwards, I think, is one of the best offensive players in the league. I think that we all can agree on that. So the Michael Jordan stuff, that's a bit much, but as well, defensively, they're not quite as good. That's why I think they're back and they're not as consistent. And he's not a guy all the time that gets you uber ton of. So it's a little, I understand that. Luka Doncic is on. There's just no stopping him. He's unstoppable. I mean, I think 33 points a game, that's just insane. There's no question about it. LeBron seems to embrace the role of the dad, the secondary role on there. It looks like he was a guy saving his legs for the playoff time. The three top teams are the teams for sure. Nuggets, I'm still a believer. Nikola Jokic is having a phenomenal season that nobody's talking about. So he's been fantastic for them. The Spurs, we know they beat the Thunder several times. So the Spurs are really good. Wemby's making his bid for MVP. I don't think he's MVP as well. But the Thunder, it's funny. I think everybody's just bored with the Thunder. Like already, as good as they've been, Thunder, I think, is number one. So I like right now, and we'll do NBA awards next week, but I definitely to Celtics Thunder in the finals as well. I don't know if the Pistons are going to beat them. Conference finals, Spurs and the Thunder right now. Spurs are really, really tempting to take. Really tempting to take. But we got to see what the lights on. We got to see what the lights on. And I mean, playoffs and all that. If Popovich was still there, I might feel a little different as well. That's the other thing, too, young coach. So there you go. NBA championship bubble.